Yo, what is up? So, I've been really enjoying this game, Wuthering Waves. Um, I think for a free game, it has totally surprised me. So, this is a new thing. It's a complete the decryption by connecting the same colour. So, that is the way. So, I mean, I've only scratched the surface of it. But, as I've said in the past, I probably like a few years ago, uh, around the time when I started truly getting into PC gaming more, I started playing a game called Legends of Heroes Code Steel, and I really got into that. It was a recommendation from a mate, and Persona I really enjoyed, and then I've just ever since I've started literally getting into anime games, the RPG games and all that. So, like action RPGs, I do like the art style. I really do like that. So I'll show you the settings I'm running. So we have got FSR 4 on. So I still haven't had any messages that I'm going to get banned or anything like that. So it seems pretty safe. So I've got frame generation on. All the ray tracing. But what I've noticed is it doesn't seem to be working that well, frame generation on here. So what I wanted to try was a lossless scaling, just to see. So I might as well just turn it off. So it seems to work in certain areas, but then it just dropped down. So I know FPS is actually decent enough before I put frame generation on. See, it should be. It's not like it's. So I don't know what's going on with it, because I'm getting around just over 100. So it seems a bit weird, frame generation on it. So I don't know if it's, obviously I've implemented it into the game. So it does work, but it just doesn't work in every area you visit. So what I thought is I'm actually gonna try Lossless Scaling. Oh, now it's come up. So that has come up. That seems to be working pretty well. So we're getting more on lossless than we were with the frame generation in the game. So maybe that will work, will it? But for some reason it wasn't coming up when I was using the hotkeys. So he's working full screen. So that's pretty good, because that is a lot better actually. So I'm pretty much getting, all that is going up and down, but I'm getting just under 200. Alright. So I might as well turn that AMD overlay off actually, because it seems to be mucking up with this. So I'm getting 92 base, 96, 97, almost 200 FPS. So I did one actually, so that's what I'm going to do, look into frame generation the next couple of days with all the other bits. I mean, I just seem to, I never literally know what I'm going to upload, to be honest. I just do what I think on the day, sort of thing. So even I don't know what I'm going to do at times. But the combat on here is pretty good. Hold. Right. I know how to absorb, so you kill these monsters off or whatever they are. and then just press B to absorb, and it levels you up and stuff. But the visuals, I mean, it is a very beautiful game. And another thing I found out is there is a global filter, so you can actually, because there is no HDR, but you can actually, I mean, that looks better because it can look a bit bright, but I did go with vivid. Maybe that is better. Let's go with that. Because the game can look a bit overly bright at times, but that gives you that sort of HDR look almost. So I do really like using HDR in games. That is what you want, really, if you like HDR. Alright, so you can do all that. So there's quite a lot to take in on this game, but if you like this sort of stuff, I mean, for a free game, as I said, I'm quite surprised how good it is. And someone else said to me, like, they really enjoyed it, and I got to agree, for a free game so far, I mean, it's very in depth. I mean, the writing on this game is brilliant, I've got to say. As soon as you get into the conversations with like all these people he talks to, like he's got a group of friends he's met up with, my character anyway, and it feels like there's just going to be a lot to the game to keep you interested. You can upgrade your weapons. I did buy a weapon, a new sword. You got all these what do you call it, what was it? Yeah, so you can hold in the left D-pad and you can just activate all this stuff, sensor, then you hold LB. So I like to use that ability to track someone down. Jump in the air, you press A and it, you can do that. Just hover around, float about. But Lossless Scaling seems to be working pretty well. So I do want to actually try Lossless Scaling out a bit more in the few games, because this is actually improving all the time, Lossless. So it is very handy when a game just doesn't have frame generation. And depending on the game, I mean, majority of games it seems to be working really well, Lossless Scaling. So I do want to do some videos showing all these, like, some different games I haven't tried, just seeing how well it works. Because as I've said, it's a bit like Nvidia's, that it uses AI. So it's better than AMD's AFMF, but AFMF can look good depending on the game, but there's generally just more ghosting. So AMD will probably need to do their own sort of AI to, like, AI. I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, I know they're gonna do maybe frame generation, so they will do that. So I've unlocked a few characters as you get into the story. Bashar, I think her name is. So you can just flip between them. It's very fluid, the combat. Look, level 45. What? I'm literally nowhere near that level. I don't think it's wise. I'm hardly doing any damage. I might as well run off. I'm literally only level 16, I think. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. It would be a bit stupid because if I have a look, 70. Yeah, it's a bit too early for that. I think Yeah, that would be stupid. But it'd probably take me ages to do, just to literally do damage to it. So I will leave that, but it looks like you can go around, or I can just carry on with the story. But I'm just sort of running about, I'm not really playing serious while I'm actually filming. So I mean, I did feel I was getting some stutters with the in-game frame generation on, but now it feels better. So I'm pretty sure I did keep the ray tracing on. I'm sure I did. Yeah. I mean, I did pretty much implement it myself almost, because I put 2 files in to get FSR 4 working, because this weren't even coming up FSR 4, it was just like a blank screen because it couldn't detect the OSS. So you press RT if you got an Xbox pad in it anyway to do that special ability. And it does like a finisher move. Need to get used to this character actually. Yang Yang, that's her name. I've used her quite a bit. You can press LT and that is done there. That A is destroyed. What's this? So we can try 3x. So it might look alright on there, 3x. So update that. But literally going over my refresh rate. So that is 270 now. Seems to look alright. There's a slight bit of ghosting, but it's not too noticeable. So that seems to look alright. So now we're getting 100 base, 300, blimey, 300. Again, this is a smoothing technique, so that is what it's meant to do, smooth the gameplay out. So on this game it does feel pretty smooth. So in the anticipation of a FSR Redstone, I just want to see if I can sort of get into it. Not that I've been totally against frame generation, but I just feel if it's giving me a lot of artifacts, it's just basically, it turns me off it. So if I'm seeing a big degradation in image quality, I just won't use it. So yeah, Lossless is working really well here. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Anyway, that was pretty good, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.